Welcome back to Spur of the Moment. This is Jim. Today we're going to crack into the Outer Worlds. One thing before we dive into it, I went ahead and played a couple of hours in just to get a feel for it. And after doing that, decided that we're going to switch things up a little bit from how I normally go. Instead of our usual where I just play and talk and you see all of it, every single second of it. We're going to skip around a little bit. There'll be a lot of cutting just to avoid walking around, looting random spots time. So I'll just cut out all the stuff that looks really boring, and I'll leave in all the stuff that either has my personal thoughts as I'm walking and talking, or action, or looking around in an area that seems slightly neater or quest related. So that's how we'll do it. We'll also be starting from the beginning. I don't need to go back to that game. We'll just start a new game. We're just gonna go normal for now. And if it seems too easy, which I doubt it's gonna seem too easy to me, I think we can move it up to hard mode later on.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists will have to drift out here forever just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Alright, so that's where we are. We're in there. We get to kind of pick some stuff. I like being good at stuff in general, so let's go for more intelligence. So if you notice, a lot of this stuff, both over here and the skills over here, sounds a lot like and looks a lot like Fallout stuff. And if you think that, you would be correct.
We'll put those marksmanship scores to good use.
A lot of it does seem like Fallout. It's a very Fallout-esque game.
What I wouldn't pay to see you challenge the chairman to fisticuffs.
You can choose each of these because he's got a fun little thing to say for everything.
Reflexes of a bristling canid.
Canid's like a weird wolf creature. We'll find those pretty quick.
You could probably talk your way out of a landing ticket. Things tend to vanish off tables whenever you're around. Look at that. A real scientist. Chairman material. Or at least captain.
You're hearing a lot of the stuff he just said there?
Wasted in a corporate lab.
He's got more than one thing to say. Well, we listen to everything once. It's going to be good enough for us. Some of the stuff there, kind of foretelling. I didn't pick it up on it the first time I went through.
You're so much more than your designated profession. Bureaucrat, eh? You'll have plenty of company. You were going to help us drown our sorrows. Working your way up to provisioner? Construction, eh? How riveting. You've got all your limbs, at least. We colonists prefer our food canned, not grown. You've got a cast-iron digestive system. Don't we have mechanicals to do this? Not the circus time clowns, I hope. Maybe you can do something about this lump in my neck. I bet you know how to spice up a Saltuna ration. Class A. Oh, right. Test subject. Safety inspector. Oh, they must have meant bribe collector. Safety inspector. Oh, they must have meant bribe collector.
We're going to go elevator specialist.
Not much risk of injury in this profession.
This doesn't change very much, but you get a little thing. I'm going to get +1 engineering myself. Be a guy. I don't know. That looks good. There we go. Those look like eyes that I would have. Hair. It looks pretty good. There we go. That's more like it. I wonder if we can get this brown with like flecks of gray in it. Not really, huh? Not that old. That looks pretty good. First, pretty much making the same thing as my first character here. So I will go ahead and just name it myself again. And that's going to be us. Most of our skills points are down here, which means that I can actually do a bunch of these things. We've got 20 points in them. Every skill has things you unlock as you go through them. Yeah, so that's that. Off we go. I haven't decided yet if Phineas here is going to be
your lucky day, my friend.
a good guy or a bad guy or just a guy who got tied up in some stuff and we got lucky. He definitely seems eccentric.
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down.
Shit.
We at the colony?
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? A bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, huh? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
I do enjoy him. I hope he doesn't turn into a bad guy. They celebrate our loss.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry, I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All of the colonists are counting on you.
Doesn't look so good, but we survived, and apparently those escape pods haven't changed in 70 years, so we know how to get out of this thing.
Ah, you've landed good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
Okay.
Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh?
I don't know
I'm sure
a lot about the
trusted
board.
The fellow might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
So yeah, the sneak mechanics in this are kind of neat. You can use stuff like high grass. Also the meter there, so pretty easy to read, goes up. Those are canids, by the way, those wolf creatures we were talking about.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to take fall damage. And these adrenos are kind of like stim packs.
Hey, you, come here.
I'm coming.
You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stinks. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one.
You sure do.
Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange for my report. Spacer's Choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
Spacer's Choice is like a company that weirdly enough advertises that they're like the off-brand. They're not the best.
Better, thanks to you. I might have bled out on my own. Or worse, had to go begging the boss for some Adrena time. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
What are marauders?
Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hull
Psychos.
had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders.
Oh.
See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
I got a better idea. Give me your gun. I'll go get help.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Such a bad line. You know anything about my ship, the Hope?
The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
So where are we?
You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
I'm gonna go now. Before that, I'm gonna take everything I can.
Damn it, my ears!
Listen in there,
Just
Phineas.
happened. Can you hear me? What in the hell?
Got him. You know, it's not a lot of experience points, but you get experience points for killing these things. It's kind of like Tomb Raider. They even have stuff. Not great stuff, but stuff. Alright, a hibernation complication was detected. Tactical time dilation. Due to complications stemming from being revived after an extended hibernation, your brain processes time differently. That's not how any of that works. Pressing the tactical time dilation button slows down the world, giving you time to think as well as take action. You have very limited time in this mode. Standing still drains your TTD meter very slowly, while moving and attacking drains it faster. The TTD meter refreshes slowly over time. So cute. It's kind of like VATS, but instead of auto aim, it just slows it down. But yeah, let's you get the jump on bulges like those guys. So this is how hacking works in this game. They have a little red thing on containers. It'll show your skill, right? Which is the top left number there. To the right of it is the skill needed to get in. If you exceed it by a lot, indicated by those up arrows, you can get into it faster and for less lockpicks, or mag picks as they call them here. Now my skill is so good, and this is such an easy lock, that I actually use 0 mag picks. So mag picks being the bottom left, how many I have, and on the right, how many I need to spend. Oh, I do have a new weapon. Alright, so TNL Weapon Safety Training, Weapon Management. You can have up to 4 weapons equipped at a time by dragging them up to the slots at the top of the screen. On this page, you can also inspect your weapons, compare them, flag them as junk, or break them down for parts. Players with the engineering skill can repair weapons on the screen as well. Take care of your TNL weapons, and they'll take care of your enemies. TNL is a company of much better note, it seems, than Spacer's Choice. Alright, so I got a one-handed weapon and a two-handed weapon. two-handed weapon. I'm gonna try getting this guy with the telescoping thingus. Yeah, that's the way. Uh-oh. That'll do. Ow.
Hey! Get
Well,
over here before you get yourself
falling
killed.
damage is real easy to do.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators.
Oh,
Call on
yeah.
that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
Right? I mean, right? So I found one of your teammates holed up in a cave.
Really? How is he?
Still a moron. I'm hoping you're a little brighter.
Of course I am. I'm a superior officer. Stands to reason, don't it? Just you watch. I'll cross these marauders off with a swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense.
That is a lie.
You know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son.
A couple of winks like go to sleep? Alright, I can persuade them. Do Spacer's Choice guards back down from a challenge? Lie. I bet you could get these marauders to tell you where the owner of the ship is. Or intimidate. Guess I'll have to give you a 0 on my customer satisfaction survey. We're not going to be a jerk just yet, so we'll persuade them.
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
So excited for business.
I just earned a fine bonus. Waste the company ammo.
Alright.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
Fine enough. Time to go explore the ship, which is Hawthorne's ship as it is. Which is to say it is now our ship, or will be soon.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
Interesting. Exactly.
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors.
Solicitors.
Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
What are you gonna do? Self-destruct?
Gesture procedures initiated. Please engage in airlocks. Prepare to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You know we're on the ground, right? You can't. There's no vacuum to airlock where you live.
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
Oh, well, is this Hawthorne's ship? I know it
This
is.
vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Well, he's dead.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
Getting around that logic routine. I get it. You need to be Captain Hawthorne or you can't fly.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing.
Nobody's ship
The main
works
drive
around here.
power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
Okay, I doubt I'll find a part just sitting in a garage.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Yeah, I get it. And I don't really like being of the Unreliable, so, yeah, thanks.
Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
It's just fun like that.
Console is offline at this time, Captain.
Okay, so I could navigate from here. We had stuff. I've been promoted. Level up. Congratulations, you have gained enough experience to go up a level. Open your character ledger to advance your character. Leveling up increases your health points, gives you points to upgrade your skills, as well as giving you access to new perks every other level. Keep leveling and you'll be in upper management material in no time. So yeah, everything about like the displays and menus all have this like space corporate feel to them. Kind of in place of the Pip-Boy. Alright, Anti-Cleo Management Training. Skill improvements. Every time you level up, you will earn skill points to spend on improving your skills. Spending a skill point on a core skill, like Melee, improves all of your specialized skills in that group to a maximum of 50. After 50, you can add points directly to specialized skills to 100. Every skill improves as it grows, but special unlocks bonuses occur every 20 points. Read each skill description to see what they are. Armor, consumables, and status effects can temporarily raise and lower your skill. This helps or hurts skill checks and the skill's passive bonuses, but won't give or take away the skills unlocked. Work diligently, improve yourself, and you too can achieve middle management. Alright, so I like to get a little better at guns. This 20 is a good level to get to with things because then you unlock a thing. For guns, that means unlocking the TTD, location, hit effect. So if I'm in tactical, target time dilation, I will get to do stuff like maim an arm, blind them in the face. Let's see, dialogue could be important, so we're at least get it up. So Persuade is 15. We're going to go ahead and increase stealth a little, I think. Yeah. Tech a little. Do I have any skill points left? I'm all out of skill points, but it's okay. We got to round numbers on some of these, which I like, so we will accept it. And then we're going to get perks. Anti-Cleo Specialized Management Seminar. Selecting perks. Welcome to perk selection. On this screen, you can choose which perks to buy with the perk points. You get a new perk point to spend every 2 levels. You can also acquire perk points through gameplay, such as accepting a flaw. Acquiring 5 perks makes the next tier of perks available to you. Auntie wants you to be the best to help her be the very best. Alright, so I know I want the pack mule because I like to carry lots of stuff in these games. Aramid ballistics will keep your skin intact. Armor management. Drag armor and helmet items up to the equipment slots to wear them. You can also manage your armor here, break them down, inspect them, compare them out to other armors, tag them as junk, or drop them. So right now I just have this to put on, so we will never see my beautiful face again. Womp. T&L makes the best gear for your friends and family. Consumables. Here you can use junk or drop consumables. They can be used directly to gain a variety of boosts. Your emergency medical inhaler is shown at the top of the screen. It uses Adreno as fuel to heal you in emergency situations and is always located in the slot 1. Increase your medical skill to unlock more drug mixing slots that can hold all types of consumables, not just Adreno. Each slot is mixed into every puff of the inhaler for a combined effect. Your medical skill increases the duration of all these effects. So, because I actually got better at medicine, I can stick something else in here so that when I use my Adreno, I can get some other effect. So, we're going to go ahead and put the fast ration pills in here. Provides flavorless sustenance only, but it increases our healing by 200% for a while. When you are hungry but can't stand still, all you need is the fast ration pill, now available in brown. Right, so if we get pretty wounded, this will heal us 25% in 2 seconds, and then for the next 2 minutes, we'll also be healing 200% faster, plus 200% faster, so 300% faster than we would just naturally. And a lot of these things do the same thing. Like bread, carbohydrates. Really, it's anything with carbohydrates gives you the 200% faster healing. Meats will give you a 25% bonus to your base health. Sugary drinks will give you +1 to body attributes because they're like sugar and giving you energy. Booze is bad. Can increase your personality attributes, but you get a hangover that really makes you worse at stuff. Anything else in here? It's mostly carbohydrates and meat. Alright, next thing. No modifications. Here are our mag packs. Our quest item, which is just our identification as Alex Hawthorne. And some trash. I like that they actually have just junk, which is not worth anything. You just sell it. It's not used for crafting or nothing. Alright, now that we took time to look through those menus, time to look through the ship.
Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
Alright.
These are the crew's quarters. Alex preferred to travel alone, but he always had me.
Now, you can get crew members, and I guess this is where they will probably hang out, or at least those rooms will open up as we get them.
I suppose everything on the Unreliable belongs to you now, Captain. Help yourself. No, really.
Ah, Ada, you're a stitch. One other thing that's new from Fallout games, you can actually use ladders.
The
Didn't do
ship's
that in
engines
Fallout.
cannot be powered until a replacement regulator has been properly installed.
Makes sense.
Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself, right before he died.
Character respecification. Choosing to respec refunds all of your spent skill points and perks. Then you can spend them in a different way. The price to respec will increase every time you use the machine. We are not actually going to use it. That's just there if we wanted to. Ladders are almost always a good choice. Otherwise, you'll likely take falling damage. Just gonna skip my way along here a little bit. You can very much navigate just by jumping around. But in the ship doesn't really net you very much.
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
Toss ball, I don't know what it is, but it is the sport they have around here. Item repair. Keeping your company gear in tip-top shape is expected. Something you're carrying needs repair. You can repair weapons and armor at a workbench using weapon and armor parts. Get them from breaking down unwanted items. Players with engineering skill can repair their gear without the need of a workbench, which we did already. Or at least we have the ability to. Repairing an item returns it to 100% durability and full effectiveness, ready to cause or prevent maximum damage. So, yeah, you got item degradation. That's a thing. Workbenches. The workbench allows you to repair, upgrade, and modify your weapons and armor, keeping you combat ready and in tip-top shape at all times. On each screen, first select the weapon or armor item that you want to work on, and then choose what you want to do with it. Repair it, break it down for parts, modify it with a mod, or tinker to upgrade it. I don't think we actually have any mods or anything we want to really tinker with. But I am going to break down some of these things. Because we don't need them. In fact, we really don't need these either. I'm not going to mail any stuff. And really, that shotgun doesn't really hold a lot of good for me either. Criminal activities. Trespassing, lockpicking, or hacking, and murdering are all considered illegal activities and are frowned upon by society. Avoid being seen if you want to engage in those activities without consequence. Oh wow, an light assault rifle. That's kind of cool, actually. Uses heavy ammo, but yeah. This fast-firing, high-spread gun is the ultimate spray and pray weapon. Pray that it doesn't break too. Sawed-off shotgun. If you thought Hammersmith tactical shotgun gun was hard to aim, wait until you try this gun. However, when you hit someone, they will feel it. And the light pistol, Spacer's Choice. This is probably the most common handgun in the entire colony. It's not a bad little gun. It's a great source of parts. Yeah, so that's that. Now that we're Alex Hawthorne, I guess we got to deal with the ticket.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
I don't have a job.
I'll waive your fee since you helped us with those marauders.
Great.
If you're looking for work, talk to the constable down at Edgewater. She's got a bounty on marauders.
Perfect.
Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Take care. Alright, so now we've hit kind of the open world part, where we can go directly to the quest, or I'm actually going to sneak off for a little bit. We'll pick up when the action cometh. Actually, action cometh now. Gonna make me bleed? I don't think so. Gotta try out the shotgun. Well, crap. They have armor that negates the shotgun. Just want to get around this cover real quick before we just unload on some fool. Looks like they didn't notice. So, blinded, bleeding, maimed. You can see the little status effects above their head. Currently that person, they bled out because we shot them. in the meat. These bit cartridges you see, that is money pretty much. Just store bits for currency. It's like a really, really commonplace form of bit currency, or like a Bitcoin. The town of Edgewater. A place that has definitely seen better days. A named guy.
Hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend.
Well, thank you there, Silas. How do you know I'm not a marauder?
You talk too pretty for a marauder. Most of them just grunt and yell. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
Everyone here's from the company. Yeah, actually, I'm curious about that. Do they pay you to chat with strangers?
I am employed by the Retirement Department of Spacer's Choice. That's fancy talk for working in the cemetery. Name's Silas, junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Okay, who do I talk to about a power regulator?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Good question. You offer me a job?
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
You want me to collect what's owed? I can probably do that, as grim as that is. I do like money.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Okay, what's special about that?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Okay, where can I find him?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy, I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
Okay, so we got ourselves a nice job, which is actually not a very nice job. So there's nobody in here, right? Right? That means we can, this looks like it's his place, so we'll just see about stealthily taking a few things. It's all my mag picks. I don't like that. But that was a ton of ammunition and stuff. Holy cow. I don't need to steal a shovel. Alright, let's see. So what do we got? We're here with Silas's computer. Let's see what he's got for messages. From the Inhumers Association to the Junior Inhumer Emerald Vale Division, a special offer. Dear reader, your subscription to Inhumers Association Network has expired. A newsletter. We'd like to invite you to renew your subscription. Act now, and we'll throw in a copy of our newest publication, Shovels, Gazette, and Quarterly. All right, from HR. Official advertisement text. Edgewater Cemetery is the property of Spacer's Choice Company. The Spacer's Choice family takes care of its own from the cradle to the grave. Gravesite plots and headstones are provided by Spacer's Choice at an affordable rate. Comfortable, spacious plots, custom engraved headstones and monograms, complimentary eulogy courtesy of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. Let your spirit rest in the privacy of a Spacer's Choice brand gravesite. So it's just an advertisement for, the grisly job that this is. Inventory. The burial invoice requires a password. We'll hack it with our bypass. Doesn't require much. Theodore Granger. Cause of expiration, industrial accident. Burial status, successfully interred in gravesite 13F. Gravesite fees paid and accounted for. In Humor's addendum, Teddy's corpse was missing a hand. Deducted 5 bits from the gravesite fee, because I'm a kindly fellow. Okay. Interesting. Alright, that was good enough stealing. Let's see, this is closed. We can't get in there. Alright, let's visit Edgewater then. Alright, so here we are in Edgewater proper. We'll take a quick tour around. Really, you encouraged to explore everywhere, because there can be stuff anywhere. Just gotta be a little careful that you don't pick up stuff that's red right in front of other people.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you.
Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
Oh.
Spacer's choice takes care of its own.
You say that, but honestly, doesn't seem like people are getting taken care of that well. Rosemary Kwan. I'm looking for Abernathy. I have a feeling that the reason he's a special case is because he's in here. Wow. Alright, are you dead? Sure seem dead. Huh. It's okay to take this one, huh? Alright. Thought for a second I was in trouble.
What was that?
Take care of those sprats.
Wait for company ammo!
Alright, whatever. Alright, so he's not in there. Oh, I guess we got things for everybody. You must be Conrad.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs.
Well, that's not
Physical
nice, but
hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Okay. I'm clean.
So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Oh, speaking of which, Silas sent me to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
That sounds like you're broke.
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bitless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
Wow.
Thank you, no. I despise the cereals. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay. And that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Medical rights?
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Wow. Maybe give him an IOU?
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
I didn't do this quest in my 2 hours of place. I really have no idea what we'll do for that. I didn't even talk to Silas, really. Oh.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier.
Okay.
Well, did Mr. Thompson
You don't
send you?
look so good.
Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
You want to tell me what's got you so nervous, friend?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
I mean, so... I'm hearing about your gravesite fees?
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
Told me everything.
Like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
Sorry to hear that.
You are? Oh, wow. First time anyone's ever told me that. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas.
Oh.
But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
Yes. Yeah, what can I do?
There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
I got questions about that.
I'll do what I can.
I assume they're guards?
You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand.
Okay. Out in the lands. What can you tell me about those?
I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly.
Smooth. Heard enough.
So you'll do it then?
I will do it.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
Okay. I'll leave you be.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Yeah?
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine.
I kind of
Abernathy
am.
is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
Huh. He's got symptoms of something. You saying he's psychosomatic?
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
What would you do with it?
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Well, care much about this Spacer's Choice company law stuff. So, let me worry about that.
Alright, here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
Huh.
I'm paid better than Abernathy. Whatever he's giving you, I will do you one better.
Wow. I
That's
like
all
it.
I can ask of you.
Although I do feel a little bit bad for Abernathy. If she is telling you the truth, and I'm not saying she is, she could be, that could be good. Saving extra people, not just that one guy who's You're not looking so good as it is. Let's see about Phyllis? Do love a neat room to steal from. Let's see, messages. Welcome, Phyllis Granger. From our Thompson to Phyllis Granger, medical treatment. Phyllis, owing to your hard work and positive attitude, I have sanctioned your access to medical treatment in the event of contagion. As you know, the company has not provided us with enough medicine to treat every worker. I wish I could treat every member of the Spacer's Choice family who fell ill with the plague, but I cannot. Medical privileges are strictly merit-based, based on... Please do not, under any circumstances, distribute your rations of medication with any other workers. We're all in this together. Personal files. We can bypass that. We got skills. Personal files. Last entry. Theodore buried last night. Reed asked me not to report his death in our quarterlies. Sounds fair to me. Was asked to prepare a statement or something for the other workers. Been thinking about it. Don't know what to tell him. Don't end up like Theodore. Do your work. Show up. Wear a smile. You'll get your medical privileges. To start? Alright. Well, yeah. I guess we know a little bit about Phyllis now.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
I am not the new worker. Shit.
Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
No problem. These papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
Oh. Nice.
I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart.
Oh.
Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me.
Oh.
Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker. Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist.
Huh.
Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Oh, stuff is so weird over here. I don't even know if it's tough for them to lose family.
Eugene wasn't family.
What? Maybe you were his closest relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death.
Oh my
I know how
god.
found him, you see, so I pay the fines.
That's
Suicide's a crime.
terrible.
The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
Oh my god. You can't be serious. No, I know better. These corporate types are crazy.
When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it.
Holy cow.
In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice. Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. We can't afford to pay the body price of a suicide.
So...
All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
This place, I swear. Constable, that sounds good. I think we were told to go here to get some work. You are Constable Reyes, yeah?
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyaron's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
Wow. Yeah, if you need help with your marauder prowl, I'm here for hire.
As a Spacer's Choice Constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders.
Heck
Pass
yeah.
them off and bring me their fingers. Just one per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Oh my god. Alright, cool. Got more job, more work. Alright. Welcome, Robert Holcomb. Enter a keyword for record search or hold down Control, Alt, F7, enter to compose a new entry. Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. Searching. One record found. Okay. Let's open the last entry. I sat up last night reading through the Young Spacer's Guide. Almost started reading it out loud from habit. It's been 10 years. I still have parts of it memorized. I reckon I'll take the next volume in to work at the cannery. There's an unused office where I've been taking my lunches. May as well read the whole thing again. Okay. Let's see what the last search was. Last search was Indumati. 2 records found. First entry. Indumati left Edgewater Day. She's been reassigned to Terra 1. I kissed her goodbye at the platform and asked if I'd ever see her again. We both knew the answer was no. Look up and think of me, as I'll look up and think of you. That's unfortunate and sort of sweet. Transcript note from Robert. They won't let me keep her, but I know you'll raise her with love. Perhaps more than I would make time for. You are patient and present in a way that I am not. The company says she has no name until you give her one. Her name is Pravarti. They tell me her birthday will be set on the date that she's legally delivered to you. She was actually born on July 7th. Make her feel special when I can't. She liked it when I sang to her. It was the only time she stopped crying. Indumati. Okay, sounds like families don't get to exist here so well. I don't know why I can take everything. But I do know that Pravarti is somebody who we can take as a person in our party, so maybe this is our house, which means that we preemptively own everything in it. Seems kind of outrageous, but it's the only thing I can figure. Trouble tickets. Failure to start up. Open. Priority medium. Steps to reproduce. Turn on engine. Try it again. Try it again. Kick the loader. Cursed injured toes. I have to enter a minimum of 8 steps. Try it again. It makes a rattling noise. Maintenance notes. Dang it, Clancy. I got you back on your feet 2 weeks ago. Not that you got feet, and you know what I mean. Sounds like his starter's off axis again. We'll clean out and reset. Clancy's guts got and all pulled out likely on account of somebody trying to restart him over and over again. Need to rewind all the coiling in number 4. Okay, starter's working, but there's something off. Have to wait until it's quiet and spin them up for a listen. Let's see, priority 1. Failure of main cannery production line at heating process. Priority executive. Started production line starting to schedule S46701A. Observe processing of cans. Follow first batch to heat process stage. 1 or more loud popping noises. Smoke. Smell of burning saltuna. Overheat klaxon on monitor 6. Flames of jet from exhaust port. Automatic shutdown. Maintenance notes. Like it is not, Beth's got indigestion from being made to eat something she ain't made to. Again. Heading over now. Let's see. Issue's been open for 0 days. Damn mechanicals. Open. Priority low. Priority automatically reset to low by executive level admin rule by Thompson R. Reason trouble ticket filed by Miller L. Oh, okay. Look northwise. I said, look northwise, blasted useless translator. Near scrap pile. Could be northeast from the town, I guess. Observe mechanical. Clinking around all menacing now. See it. It's right there. No notes on this tech yet. Let's head into the cannery. Maybe do the main quest a little bit. The music.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up.
She
I
did.
do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Fair enough. You must be the town boss.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
You're not in uniform. Oh, I think you have the wrong. I don't work for Spacer's Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Well, my ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we've got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing.
But
I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Frying myself?
Oh, yes. Saw someone put his hands on a regulator while the power was running. His legs were still twitching when we buried him. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
Mostly abandoned, you say?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Okay. I don't think they'd like, losing their power.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But, like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
I've seen Edgewater. I don't blame him for walking out. It kind of sucks
Neither
here.
do I. The fault was entirely mine. I pushed them too hard. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Alright. I'll see what I can do.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. So.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented, and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant.
Cool.
I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
I would like that.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Great. Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's leave. Companions. You've gained a companion. They are characters that join you in your adventures and help you in a variety of ways. Companions provide combat support. Their skills enhance your skills, they increase your carrying capacity, and you can unlock special companion combat abilities with the Inspiration skill. Learn more about your companions in the Companion Ledger. So, yeah, one of the things that's really nice, that's different from Fallout, is rather than having to trade your person's stuff and then trade it back to get it from them, they just increase your carrying capacity in general to make for the fact that they are indeed carrying it. Let's go level up real quick. I would like more lock picking and dialogue skills. Yeah. Okay, combat dialogue abilities. You have unlocked a dialogue combat skill. When attacking the correct type of target, they are automatically debilitated. Humans have a 20% chance to cower in fear for 3 seconds after the first time you hit them, which is kind of cool. Talking helps you in combat. Alright, and then as far as companions go, TNL makes the best gear for you and your friends and family. Or for your friends and family. The Companion Ledger. This Companion Ledger shows you everything you need to know about your companions. You can see their skills, stats, status, effects, and gear. To change your companion's gear, first select the items you want to swap out, then choose a compatible item to replace it. You can also change how they behave in combat by selecting their preferred weapon, follow distance, and aggressiveness. It's all very on the nose, but honestly, it's kind of a welcome change from how things have been in some of the Fallout games I played, where you have like you talk to them and then have a weird select thing of options, and sometimes they'll use weapons by giving it to them, but sometimes they'll just use some other thing that they picked up. No, they will use exactly what you have. They don't need ammo. They will wear the equipment that you want them to wear. Eventually they get perks you can pick for them, and you just set their behaviors right here. So like her, I'm going to want her to be more just mixed. If she wants to run in with that hammer, that's fine. Aggressive, so she's going to engage and attack when the player enters combat. And yeah, she'll be moderate distance. I like all that. You can actually have them be passive and only attack targets that you point out to them, but we're not doing that.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry.
Yes, we can.
Can we... Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just... Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Figures. He didn't exactly strike me as the most honest soul.
Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says.
Oh.
It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
I can't blame him for wanting to leave. This town's got issues.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I
mister.
suppose we can.
I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Yeah, while we're in here, I just remembered there's that thing the thing we can get while we're in here. I actually read about it. I just remember where it is. There we go. Whoa, hey, hi. There we go. So the Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Stuff. Okay. There's a quest for that around. Continue. From the office of Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator, symptoms of infection have now reached a critical mass. I have instructed our staff to transform the old domicile into a sick house. Plague is a reality of life on the frontier, and as spacers, we are expected to face up to reality. The reality is that we do not carry enough supplies to treat you all. Medical treatment is a privilege, not a right. We must strive every day to demonstrate our worthiness of that privilege. If you find yourself suffering from the symptoms of incipient plague, the best thing for you to do for yourself and for your family is to don your jumpers and come to work. Work fortifies the spirit. Physical illness recapitulates spiritual weakness. That is terribly grim. And super backwards. If you're sick, come to work.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Yeah, huh?
I noticed you mentioned your dad a lot, but never your mother. Did I notice that? I don't know. Okay, sure. I noticed that.
That's on account of how I never met her.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's hard to miss what you never knew. I don't ponder it over much. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. The contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
Is that normal?
I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
You mentioned something else I want to talk
You mean about the mission being too clean?
Yeah. Isn't it supposed to be clean? It's like a church?
I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one that ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
Why don't you want to talk to him?
Vicker's about the only soul in the Vale who spends his time thinking on what is and ain't right. It's just that when he looks at me, I feel I disappoint him.
Okay.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison. Anything at all. Spiritual counseling. This season's tossball predictions. The quickest way out of town.
Okay. What sort of spiritual advice do you offer here?
They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No. How about, work fortifies the spirit. True exhaustion awaits idle hands.
What's your religion about?
The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning of time. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in that grand plan.
Oh, okay. What's OSI stand for?
The Order of Scientific Inquiry, also known as scientism to the layperson. You don't talk to the Grand Architect. Once the universe was set in motion, it stepped back. It has no concern for us.
What's your part in it?
We will eventually decode the plan and all its intricacies. Once we are able to deduce the properties of every particle in the universe and its trajectory, we will know everything. The future, the past, each person's place within the plan, all will be laid out before us, removing struggle and bringing peace. No one will ever need question their path again. Some even believe this ultimate knowledge will unlock mankind's true potential, and we will all become akin to grand architects ourselves, after a fashion.
Let's get back on track.
What would you like to discuss?
I've already wanted to talk to you about what you asked us to do.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak
sucker.
to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked her to do?
Something naughty.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
What do you think of Adelaide's group there, Vicar?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Depends on how well a leader can provide beyond your walls.
Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp. So that's not a variable I can account for.
So what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Sounds like I got my work cut out for me.
If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
Why's that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Cool. Tell me more.
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Yes.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Great. Alright, well, I think that's going to conclude what I want to do in town for today. And I think that's where we'll wrap up the video, just like I said. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this. So we'll see how the cutting and pasting works. I haven't done it very much, but hopefully it'll spare some of the downtime looting activities and keep us just more involved with the fun stuff. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. Have a great night.